Is it silent on 2
Huh?
or 3?
All right,
Silent on 2.
we're live. We are live.
Hello, everybody. Oh, I forgot that I'm supposed to be speaking.
Just missed
right,
his
dude?
cue. He had his lighting straight, and then he missed his cue.
I am so sorry. I am new to this. So sorry is Canada. Sorry is United States when it comes to that little dialect. OST, baby. My buddy Kilo is over here. Is that what you go by? The code Kilo?
So yeah, most people know me as Kilo or Ray. Or,
Okay.
Ray.
Kilo has a good ring to it, man.
Yeah, I thought
Now,
so.
why did you get Kilo? What was that?
Kilo came from like high school. We were hanging out all the time with this one guy, and they were always jamming music. And one of my other friends would dance a lot, and then so I started rapping over all the beats that they'd play and stuff. So one of our other friends, Sean Richards, he for some reason called me Kilo. Like he was talking about the kilo, the measurement. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna spin that and I'm gonna spell it different. So I spelled it Keylo ever since then. And then
Yeah. That's
and then
cool, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
I started rapping a little bit here and there. Yeah.
Why don't you rap anymore?
Just not motivated to perform in people because I got really bad anxiety. I'll just be straight up. That's why.
So what would you tell people who should be on the talent show, but they have bad anxiety and they
don't be like me.
Talent.
Don't be like me. Get here. Don't waste your talent. This guy always shoots at me. Don't waste your talent. Just be you and be true to your art. And don't let anybody tell you that your art ain't worthy.
Yeah,
because it is.
I like it, dude. You should play one of those. The song that everybody likes, that all of your friends like. I forget what it's called. We should one of these days just put a little. Just so people can hear that you actually have talent. You're not just, a wannabe.
The is it SoundCloud that I'm on still? That's still open.
Oh, really?
I think
I
so.
don't know. I just listen to Spotify.
Not SoundCloud. Bandcamp. That's what I'm on. That was the only thing because that was about 2007 that we were really making, recordings.
Yeah.
Because it became affordable, really. Because in the 90s we always wanted to do it but being in a studio was this myth thing to us. You know what I mean? We'll never see a studio, or we'll never get signed. And it goes. That's the same story over and over for a lot of people, athletes. I'll never do anything other than play basketball at the park, or I'll never be nothing but a skateboarder on the Yo Park, and that's not true. And there's lots of different avenues that
one day, Kilo, I will own a music studio and it will be free and people could come and train like the professionals, And I think that's one of the things that a lot of us are missing out on, because considering the demographics and statistics of Native Americans and Canadians is that we are on a poverty level that, we already are faced with these barriers and hoops to jump through just to make it. You know what I mean? But let me get a charger. My phone needs a charge. I'll be back.
And then we got Jut too here. In the meantime, so Jut, how you been, man?
I'm good, man. It's cool.
Justice Wilson,
all good
in the building. Gracious his presence.
It's all good in the neighborhood.
How's the skinny buttes?
They're beauty. They're beauty out here.
Can I imagine what that sunset looks like?
Like Slim Butte spelled, B-U-T-T.
Yeah.
E or however you
Here, I'm gonna step out. I gotta see if this thing is charging here. I think it is. I don't know. Hold on a second.
Got a little lightning bolt.
It works. Let's stay on it. It'll work.
Okay.
I just have to see if it's
Technical difficulties. In case you're just tuning in, we got Adam Beach here as our host who needs a charger.
it's working.
There he goes.
Whoops,
It,
it fell down.
had to put jumper cables on it.
No, that's another part of things, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared.
Well, we just moved to Vegas, so a lot of our boxes are still arriving, and we haven't got our box that has our podcast supplies. My
Nice.
wife and I were going to start a podcast, hopefully in the next 2 to 3 months, and it's just going to be an open interpretation of, life as we are as Native people, but just discuss everything and put it on the table, because there's too much, there's too much kind of, there's not enough direct conversations. There's, it's like, a lot of people know how to bend around and kind of
Beat around the bush, so to speak.
beat around the bush. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. A lot of the what you're talking about with the recording studio, I like that with the Free Avenue, because like in the past, I try to help out a lot of artists, try to help Kyle out as much as I could. And every now and then, if you got somebody with a little bit of money, you make a little bit, and it goes from there. There's quite a few artists from here that have earned NAMIs, actually, just local artists, which is pretty cool. And they're not studio quality. Of course, what's the difference? You know what I mean? You could do it in your own house. You know what I mean? You could do it in people who've done it in bathroom, but they won like those NAMIs.
Started out with a karaoke machine.
Yes.
Mhm.
That skinny mic that came with the Gateway computers, those like Bob Barker microphones. That's what we recorded on.
Yeah, the only difference between the actual home recording and studio is they got these $1 million machines, and you could throw whatever kind of effect outboard gear they want in there, and they got these expensive mics, but you could also make it happen at home. Still expensive, but you can make it happen. You can make it happen.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's a whole, when you're creating something, say, as an actor, when you start off as an actor, you pretty much are terrible at what you do, because you have to learn the techniques. You have to learn the foundation of how to perform. You have to learn about yourself. You have to understand the structure of how to make a movie. You have to understand editing. You have to understand relationships, how to work with someone, how to communicate with someone. There's everything and anything involved in the making of movies. A lot of people, they think they can do it, like just step on the show and be like, hey, I'm a star. And it doesn't work that way, because our voice is our communication tool. And you have to learn how it resonates, how it feels, how it has an emotion to certain people. If I'm angry at you, my voice will change. If I love you, my voice will adapt. And those are those intimate moments that you have to define when you're performing. And I wish a lot of people would understand that, as an actor, it's a life experience. It's something that you just don't pick up in a couple of months, and you go on this roller coaster ride, because you have to adapt. Every year of your life, you change. Every relationship, you change. When someone important to you dies in your life, you absolutely change. And that affects every little molecule of performance that you give to people. And I wish people would understand that, when you dive into something, make sure you love it and you live it, because, I don't believe in kind of half-assing it. You have to really commit in a way that you're sacrificing everything. I had to sacrifice my family. I had to sacrifice my friends. And it wasn't, running away. It wasn't, giving up everything, because to me, their journey with me is the experience I give you. Those relationships I have with my friends and family, that's what you see in my performance. And they know that. And they have given me the support that I've always needed. And, you know, I'll always have time for them when I can. You know, sometimes I don't see my family for like a year or two. And, you know, I communicate with them now on social media, but, you know, we need to figure out a way how to communicate with ourselves. And that's kind of reflecting at who we are, reflecting at how we see each other, how we see ourselves. Because when I started out, there was a side of me that was very flamboyant, like, you know, let's go, let's go do something. Like Frank Fencepost and Dance Me Outside. Always wanting to create something, whether it was, you know, going to the store and hanging out with your friends all night, you know, taking the dog for a walk. Like, man, that was one of my favorite things, running around with the dog, you know. And a lot of people, you know, they don't see that as an activity, but for me, that's, you know, exhausting my emotions for somebody or something. And sometimes I'd be alone by myself just to collectively kind of find out, who am I? What do I want to be? You know, knowledge is power. Well, how do I seek that knowledge? Who has it? What can I learn? And it was constant. And to this day, it's still in that category, but I'm now 48 and I've kind of met a lot of people in my life like you, Kilo. And, you know, there's things that you have done that I could never do. You have a voice that I don't have. I can work and train and put it together and try to do it. But, you know, some people have skills and some people don't. And, you know, I'm not a hip hop artist. I don't tend to try to be or dress like one, but some people, they fit that glove. You know what I mean? Like you and K-Dog, like, you know, you guys represent a movement or a generation and a style, you know. I'm kind of like in my own little world of my own style, you know. I like Metallica, Guns N' Roses. That's all I listen to, you know. Sometimes I'll throw on Bruce Springsteen's fucking album to kind of get a resonance of, you know, that guy's poetry is amazing, you know.
Do you dance in the dark? No.
Yeah.
We were actually just talking about that yesterday, Adam. Me and Kyle, not yesterday, on Friday, me and Kyle were talking about it. I was telling him, you know, that's probably one of my favorite performance of yours is Frank Fencepost in that movie Dance Me Outside. And even when cops pull me over or any incident, I'll talk smack to them in character as Frank Fencepost, you know, and they're like, where are you from? I'm like, man, I come from where the sun sets, man. This is my prairie. This is my home. I go off on them, bro. I really do. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, when I first seen that, dude, it was a great inspiration to me. And I know it wasn't from America. You know, I grew up here and I was like, wow, my older brother turned me on to it. He's like, check it out. And I was going to school out in Seattle, Washington at the time. And out there, that was the movie, you know, this is like back in, I think it was like in 99, you know what I mean? And I was like, who is this? And I watched the movie like 25 times and I was like, oh, hell yeah. And I still got jokes to this day. I'm like, check out the Badger over there. You know what I mean? When I got a non-native friend trying to act funky, I'm like, okay, Badger. And they don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just saying that was like, for me, I'm like, man, that was cool to me, you know, and it still is. I'm just saying that was probably my most favorite character. I know I talk smack and be like, oh, you was in Joe Dirt, but that's, you know, still, bro. I mean, you inspired me when I was a teenager, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So thank you.
Well, that's
and right
my
now we
favorite
got
movie.
I don't mean to cut you guys off, but we got a talent in the room right now too.
Yeah.
I believe Tiana. Tiana. Give me a last name, Tiana. I just saw your face and then you're on mute.
You ghosted. What's your name? Tell us about yourself.
My name's Tiana Spotted Thunder, and I'm a singer.
Nice.
Awesome.
Where are you from?
I'm from Oglala, South Dakota. I was raised there, but I actually live in Rapid City, South Dakota now.
Nice.
Hey, right on. Moving up in the world. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of people like to say, you know, Rapid kind of gets a bigger kind of city life, you know, but it's, you know, South Dakota.
It's Rapid's just like an extension of the res, is it? You know what I mean? We're up there, you know, it's
the 10th district. It's the 10th forgotten district. For sure.
Exactly.
I was there yesterday. And I like put on my mask and all the non-natives were like looking at me like, who's this fool with his mask on? And then all the natives had their masks on. They're like, what's up? What's up? Like, yeah, what's up, dude? You know, it was just kind of a trip.
So how long have you been singing?
I've been singing for probably, geez, about almost like 15 years now. I started when I was a teenager, and I just kind of moved my way up. I'm 27 now, so probably around 14 years or so. But yeah, I have two.
Do you perform at clubs or anything like that, or?
I actually do a lot of my performance at powwows as a backup singer, but I do solo performances for weddings and birthdays, and a lot of memorial events, and just a lot of community kind of. So it's kind of, it depends on the occasion. I'll have a song for everything.
Do you have a favorite song that you enjoy singing?
Yeah, I actually do. I have a couple of my own songs that I really enjoy sharing with people, just because they have a good personal meaning.
Mm-hmm. And
And
how were you inspired to make those two songs?
one of them called Unchi Song, and that one is actually inspired by the Keystone XL pipeline camp at Standing Rock, and that one was in Lakota. I made it about basically honoring our grandmother Earth, our Unchi, and I also made it to honor my own Unchi, my grandmother who is fighting there. She is actually part of AIM, helped with the occupation of Wounded Knee in the 70s, and she went back there and continued her fight, you know, with for clean water and everything against. And I made it and dedicated that song to her, because I actually finished making the song the day I found she was arrested and taken away from the camp. So, which was a really big deal. Her name is Regina Brave. Yeah, and so she is my actual grandma. I grew up with her and everything. Not like, well, kind of distant grandma. Like, yes, I just call her my grandma, my dad's relative, and you know, I just really love her. And this other song I made, it's called Dancer's Prayer. One because well, for one, I really enjoy my traditions and living out my Lakota way of life just throughout every day, and never forgetting who I am in my identity wherever I'm at. Always acknowledging that I have a lifestyle and a heritage and history and culture to carry on. Always trying to get back to that every day. Painting myself red is kind of one of the main points of the song, is making sure that I stay Lakota no matter what in this life, and always acknowledge that way of life that I have to carry on. So that's the other song I really love to share with people.
Oh, wow. What we'd love for you.
You gonna share with us tonight? You gonna share a jam with us tonight, or what? What's up?
Yeah, sure. I could do that.
Let's rock out, man. What do you got? Do you
Floor is yours.
Just a cappella? What we got going on?
Yeah, I just sing a cappella. I don't usually use a drum, but if there's somebody who has a drum and wants to drum for me, I will, like a man who drums, but usually I don't. I could just crack it out whenever.
Do you usually do we chocolate for a certain drum group specifically, or do you just kind of know what kind of group in the powwow trail that you know people and just kind of back them up whenever you can?
Yeah, it depends on where I am, what kind of powwow I'm at, but my the main drum group I sing with now is Midnight Express. I used to sing with High Noon, and there's a few other drum groups I used to sing with in the past, but yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna mute our mics and give the floor to you, so you don't get no feedback, and just crank it out for everybody.
Okay, great. Hey, hi, hey, le abeduki shama ishi na wawachi Lakoi chok aki ognawani wachie. Echel oya teki ni pikte. Hey, hey, oh. Le abeduki shama ichi. Na chewa kia. La koi chok aki ognawani wachie. Heche oya teki ni pikte. Hey, 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 na wawachi la koi chok aki ognawani wachie. Echel oya teki ni pikte. Hey, hey, oh. Le abeduki shama ichi. Na chewa kia. La koi chok aki ognawani wachie. Echel oya teki ni pikte. Hey, hey, oh.
That's awesome. Beautiful.
Nice.
Wow. Holy moly. It's so amazing because I'm looking through my backyard right now, right? And so this is my backyard, and you could see the birds will come, you know, playing around here, and a couple of hummingbirds would come over here. And it's, man, that's beautiful. So what were you translating? What were you saying in your dialect and song? And
Okay, yeah. I was singing. The English translation would be that on this day I will paint myself red, dance, and pray. I want to live the Lakota way of life so that the people may live. And it's like an old teaching that you sha'ichia, shama ichi means like I am going to paint myself red, and like right now I'm in Chichu clothing, or right now I'm in the Wachichu world, but I'm gonna make myself Indian anyways. And so that means
that's beautiful. You know, learning the teachings of the Anishinaabe, we share a relationship with the Lakota on those teachings. And I started when I was about 18, 19, is when it really resonated with me. Earlier, I was kind of like, okay, whatever, you know? And I've come to understand from my point of view that, you know, I don't show people a lot of my traditional side. I keep it at home, and my bundle is put away. But my thoughts and how I care for people or think about people, and, you know, if I need to help someone in their way of life or emotionally, that from here I'll sing, I'll use my voice, and that always helps. And what you're doing and resonating, and it's reaching everybody, you know. And I always am reminded that our voice reaches those beings, the winged beings, the grass and the trees. Like they're all wanting us to sing, because that's who we are, you know. I would love to, after this is all over, Kilo, and we'll get your information. And I have a film that I'm working with friends of mine that did Wind Talkers, and they're pitching this TV show movie idea, and we're hoping that it'll get picked up, and we won't know for a number of months. It takes sometimes a year to 2 years for it to all come together. But there's a component in this film that we need is true Lakota songs, and I would love for you to, be hired to help us with that side of telling the story. But we'll talk more about that. Kilo had
Yep.
and
You
Og
got your
had.
information.
They connected me with a couple of Lakota linguistic teachers. One sadly passed away with COVID-19 while he was teaching me the language for this movie.
Advanced Blacks, man.
Yeah,
What the-
and his mom, I haven't talked to her since, and I'm letting her mourn how long she is gonna mourn, but I'll get back to her when the film kind of unfolds. And but we'll talk more about it another time. I'm just glad that you showed up. It's important for yourself.
Also, Tiana, go to oglalastrong.com too, so we can get you registered for some prizes on that front too. We want to be able to hook you up for having the courage and sharing that with us.
Yeah. Register on there,
awesome.
And that way we can know who you are. Register so we have your contact information on there.
And we'll get you stuff too on the side.
We can get you a prize, even some kind of something just for even today. You know what I mean? That'll give you something for today. For performance.
Okay, great. I appreciate that a lot.
I don't know what it'd be. Maybe it'll be an autographed picture of Adam, all smiley and stuff. No, I'm joking. but seriously, go and register, and they'll get you a prize sent out sometime. I don't know what it'd be.
Yeah, it'll be something awesome. And then
it
can't be any awesome and the other thing that it's awesome. But yeah, messages on the ground control page. Send us all your information and I'll send it to him.
Great.
Yeah. Any other songs you want to share with us? That'd be awesome if you did.
Oh, sure. I got more songs. There's another song. Actually, I have my hand game set here. I could sing a hand game song.
Ooh.
Nice. All right, hey, let's do it.
All right.
Get some sticks.
I'm the 3-time Alan hand games champion. Pine Ridge Thorpe's right here. 2001, 2002, and 2003. We might have to get it on somewhere around here. On the porch.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a porch game.
I think I'm a 2008 champ at LNI.
So, right on.
Yeah. Right. I'll sing a song. It's called Tricky. This song's about, like, you think tricky, but you think like, you're tricking somebody with your pointing, but no, you're thinking, I'm thinking like when I was teaching my friends that they're featured on this song, their name are Jesslyn and Jocelyn Felix, and they're twins. I was teaching them this song and they said, this song's kind of tricky. And then I was like, okay, so that's the name of the song is. So I'll sing this song and you'll understand why it's kind of like, I don't know. It's fun.
Dude, I want that recorded so I could just jam that going down the road.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, I'm like, oh man, I could see myself like either on
I
a
just wanted to get up and
Harley, even on the Harley dodging birds or in the truck dodging deers to that
yeah,
man, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I like that. I like that.
yeah.
That was awesome. That's called tricky.
Yeah, yep. You
It
can.
definitely sounded tricky. That's awesome.
It's on my latest album, so you could just
Nice.
check.
Where's it
Stream.
at? Where I want to find
Where's
it?
your
Yeah.
album at? Yeah, what's up? Where's your album at?
Okay, it's
Sure.
called Meadowlark, and I'll just type it in the chat so that you're able
Okay.
to spell it and find it. So it's on any streaming platform you can find.
Be
the
sure to
song.
plug it right
Okay.
now. Some people who are watching.
So you're on all the platforms. Can you tell us where we could find you?
Yeah, and you can also find a link in case you're like in between Android or Apple Music or Amazon or Spotify. You can go to www.tianaspodcaster.com and you'll have the connection to any way to listen, including my YouTube, SoundCloud, and any of that stuff too.
You're on it. You're just on it.
All right.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, I ain't worried
You're
about you.
hooked up everywhere.
Yeah. It's gotta be right.
That's
in this
amazing.
day and age. Well, I don't know what to call it, the COVID age, but everyone went to Zoom and like digital releases. So I don't know. That's how we do things nowadays, opposed to the traditional CD release party and whatnot. So I'm on YouTube right now, and it's one more time. Give it to me, Tiana. What is it?
Tiana Spotted Thunder, and the album is called Meadowlark, and it should be on there too with YouTube music. So it's a blue album cover.
There it is. There you are.
Yeah.
And if anybody else is listening that's out there and want to come share. You know, Tiana put everything. Her soul was right here. We heard her soul just now.
I just
We heard
subscribed.
your soul, girl.
I just subscribed to you, so we're good.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to come on and share some songs with you guys today, and to meet you virtually, Adam, too. Like just hearing your good words and everything. So I'm just excited for the opportunity there too.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you know, it's like a lot of our people, we have to be reminded at how many years that non-native people have been trying to rid us of our culture and our teachings, our language, and who we are as a people. And it's those songs and ceremonies that, you know, keep us alive and well. And we have to remind our own people that things are good. And if we just connect with our human being of who we are with our tribes, that, you know, we will, you know, overcome any obstacle, because all around the world there's a romanticism of that warrior spirit within everybody. And they want to romanticize us because they believe we are the strongest individuals and will overcome all barriers, you know. That's why they want to be winners. And we have to start looking at ourselves that way, to say, you know, we still are here, and we have to define that spirit again. And, you know, it's been a long challenge because we have over 200 years of resistance and we're still healing from that. And, you know, there will be a time where all Lakota babies, all Anishinaabe babies will wake up to our language, where you say, Bonjour, Ani, you know, hello. And we need to, you know, keep in touch and share the knowledge. I remember years ago, I was needing a song for ceremony that I wanted to have my own song. And my teacher said, why don't you ask Iktomi the spider for your song? And I was like, what do you mean? He says, go feed Iktomi. and he'll bring you a song. And I was like, ah, never mind. I wanted something quicker and faster, you know? And then days later, my wife, she said, hey, Adam, there's a fly in the bathroom. And I yelled out, well, just kill it. And she said, no, this fly is for your song, for the spider. And I went, oh my God, that's right. So I went down and I caught it. And I went to a spider web on our balcony. And I asked the spider, I said, Tomi, I am going to feed you. And in return, can I get a song? And I threw it in the web and he grabbed it, or she grabbed it, or Tomi grabbed it. And I said, Miigwech, thank you. And 2 days later, I had a dream. In the dream, my uncle was sitting inside of a sweat lodge, and he had a big drum. And he said, Adam, this is your song. And he hit the drum, boom. And he went, hey, hey, boom. Hey, wait, hey, boom. Hey, wait, hey, boom. Hey, wait, hey. And that song I say 4 times in 4 directions, and sometimes 6 for sky and earth. And that's my song. And that came from a Lakota teaching. And these are those teachings that we have, and they're inside us, and they'll never go away. We're born and gifted with that. And you presented us with your gift, and I want to thank you. It means a lot.
Wow, such a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. And, yeah, that is just awesome. I believe that like our ancestors are always with us, and they come in different ways and different forms, and you know, it's kind of a blessing to, you know, get a song like that and to just use it for your own, you know, for your own. That is such a blessing. And I don't know where that dancer's prayer song, I have no idea where it came from either. So I believe that was a good sign from an ancestor too. So I'm just happy to have that out for everybody to hear, and have them to use it for, you know, for their own lives too. So yeah.
Thank you.
Some
very
just
much.
brought back memories with the hand games. It just took me back to high school.
Any local talent out there, any local talent that want to come in here and share talent with us, feel free to join. I believe actually it is the meeting ID is in the description of the video, so feel free to join. Tiana, if you have any friends up there that do any music or sing or anything, tell them to come on in and join us.
Don't be scared, tell them.
Don't be scared, and don't forget to register at outlaw-strong.com. Tonight we got our special guest host, Adam Beach, known for his roles in major movies. I just watched New Mutants like 55 times the other day, so I'm just saying.
It's a good movie.
What, 10 years ago?
At first, I watched it, bro. At first, I was kind of busy working on some stuff, so I didn't get to watch it, but I got to listen to it. Then I actually had time to sit down and actually watch it. And after that, then I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this again and pay more attention to it. It's a very good movie. I liked it. 2 thumbs up. Very good performance in there all the way around. All the way around, dude. Very good performance. I liked how they incorporated the res into that show. You know what I mean? And I think the main protagonist, they nicknamed her Standing Rock in the movie. I was like, ah, come on. But it was still a good show. I liked it.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, you didn't see it yet, Kilo? I'm not going to.
I watched it. I guess I don't pay attention to those.
Okay, well, watch it again, bro, because it's a very good movie. I liked it. I truly enjoyed it. They actually incorporated native stuff into X-Men universe movie. That's a big step for us. You know, that really is. That's a win for us. That's a win for us. You know? And like, think about back in the 50s, and they had like Italian people. I mean, I remember my mom talking about there's been protests because there were Italian people playing native, doing the stuff, and you know what I mean. So
spray paint.
And look at us now. Look at how far we have come from that. You know what I mean? We're.
It's amazing though when you see the actions, like when they go, oh, you know, and you hear our singers
Yeah.
naturally do,
Yeah.
you know, the whole.
See, Lakota men don't do that, and all the
No.
they have that's a woman's thing from where we're at. So when we see non-natives doing that, making fun of us, it's kind of like, bro, you know what you're doing to yourself. All right, so we got another person in. We got MJ Castillo. What's up, man? How's it going tonight?
Hey, what's up? It's Migueljon. Migueljon Castillo. Can you guys see me good, or am I just audio?
Yeah, we see you.
We hear you. We hear you. You are live, brother.
I am in Oglala, South Dakota.
Yeah, Tiana had to bail out. She got her links and stuff in the description. And thank you, Tiana, again for
Tiana.
Yeah, thank you very much.
What's going on?
All right, let me figure this out real quick. There we go. I see all four of our faces.
Yeah, you're in Oglala, you said?
Yeah.
All right. How's Oglala today?
Dude, it is nice outside. This morning was kind of rainy and, you know, kind of drizzling and stuff. But today, as you can see, the sun's shining through my window.
Yeah. It got really.
I seen you posting this. Excuse me.
It got really hot today, didn't it? In the afternoon.
Yeah, it was like just calm, cold, and all of a sudden, boom, it got hot. Had to open the windows, go outside. You know, the AC's down in the basement, so.
I like your beadwork. What does it look
like? Oh, thank
like?
you. It says "You Are." It stands for Unstopped Records. My little label I made back in 2005, 2006. You know, with a couple of homies and friends. You know, and I've been doing music since then, kind of off and on. Also a DJ. You know, my DJ work. You know, originally from San Antonio, Texas. My parents moved here in '85, and then originally born and raised in raised in Rapid City. Moved to Oglala about 9 years ago. Met my future wife. She's in the living room right now with the girls, our two little daughters, 4 and 7.
Awesome.
Yeah, so there's my little rundown, my little story. But I seen is it Kyle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I seen you posting about this the other day. I added you. I was like, dude, I gotta get on this. It's been a minute since I did anything in Pine Ridge. I don't know, Kyle, if you remember, I was doing that summertime in the 605 down during the Oglala Nation powwow. I did it for about 7 years in a row, back to back. And I kept on hiring every local artist you can think of, you know, from Rapid City, from Sioux Falls, just everywhere.
Guess I brought the cars. You had the cars up there, had all the lights, the stage.
No, that was somebody else. I don't remember the cars. I mean, I had my little van up there with some little lights under it at one time.
Yeah, no, I remember you guys. You guys put on a show. That was awesome.
Yeah, we put on like shows every year for like 7 years straight. And it was doing good, and it just kind of fell off, and let other people do their things. And after that, I just kind of like, you know, I'm just gonna lay back and just keep on doing my music, you know. But yeah, speaking of music, back in 2018, I entered one of my tracks in NAMMY's, and it was nominated for Best New Artist.
Nice.
Didn't win, but hey, we were up in the same level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was with Devin World Soldier and Slim Main. We all know Slim Main, right?
I don't know.
Oh no, I was talking to Kyle.
But
hi Adam. I didn't mean to leave you out.
I'm sorry, dude. I gotta correct it. That's not Kyle. That's Kilo. That's Ray.
Yeah, Kyle's in here though. He's in here though. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He could hear you.
Kilo.
He's on the
Okay, I see the name.
Yeah.
I see the name on there. It says Kilo. So I thought it was a little nickname.
So what are you doing now, man? Anything in the COVID age? Have you been recording anything or anything going on?
See, that's the thing is, you know, this COVID thing, I was drinking heavily, not heavily, but heavily. Yeah. And it got to me and I wasn't doing anything. I was just constantly drinking. I stopped, been sober for a while now, and I didn't get a chance to make anything besides, I don't know if you guys remember back in the days in the early 90s, they used to have these things called the bass tapes for big old speakers, you know, in cars. So I made a bass tape. That's about the latest thing I made. It's called Unstopped Records Presents DJ Strix Bass Tape Volume 1. You can find it on MediaFire. You can find it on SoundCloud, SoundClick. It's on YouTube.
Adam's got the first copy of that tape.
So is it kind of like just like an instrumental?
Yeah, it's just basically instrumental, just with heavy bass, so you can get your subwoofers going like crazy and make them, see if you can pop them, basically. And I created that. I created that here in my own little video home studio right here. Those little bitty speakers and.
Oh dang!
You know, I created that in here, just in my bedroom. You know, and I just sat there with the headphones on and just that I have a keyboard over here, but you can't see it. I just banged it out the beats and then just added a heavy bass to it, EQ'd it, mastered it, put it online for free. I didn't want no money for it. I was like,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do this since I was like, maybe since I was like 14, 13.
Wow.
And my dad would see, the music influence comes to me from my dad. He's actually originally from San Antonio, Texas. So that's where I get my, Chicano side.
Yeah.
And they were in a Tejano band. Him and his 9 brothers.
Nice.
They were called the original El Nortes, but somebody else took that name, so
Yeah.
So they went by Los Castillo, our last name. So that's where my music influence comes from. So I eventually learned how to make beats, not professionally, just banging around on the piano, keyboard, Fruity Loops, Acid Pro, those programs.
Fruity Loops, that's one I haven't heard in a while.
Nice.
Yeah, right. I still use it to this day. For one,
Those
it's simple.
Magics and
I have
GarageBand.
Magic.
Dude,
I have Magic.
still got my
I've
original
never used
Zoom
GarageBand
track,
yet.
bro. I still got an
Yeah.
original Zoom track, and then I got the MPC 4500, but I don't use none of this
What?
stuff anymore. I don't use
Yeah.
it anymore, bro.
I like to have it, just to have it around, like for collectors. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had this old little original Casio something. It's just like from like the early 80s, 90s. I just have it just to have it because it's a
Still have
classic.
my condenser somewhere.
Yeah, dude, it's sad. Unfortunately, man, a lot of us, as we kind of gain age, we kind of fall out of the music stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I
Because all
remember, what was that
What?
place we did up in Rapid? I remember we did a show up there one time, like back freaking 20 years ago. It was that. Remember they tore it down now. They tore it down. You know what I'm talking about, though.
What is it? Pipe in real quick.
It was like by where the jail. was
We
at?
did a show there with Daryl and
Yeah,
I
with
remember.
Benji.
It's called.
I mean,
Romans.
was it
Ripped us off.
downtown?
It's called Romans.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Romans.
Yes, Romans Bar and Bar.
I remember they
got
gypped
it
us
closed.
out of the door money. They were supposed to give us a cut, and they're like,
yeah,
I'm not surprised.
same. I don't know how many times we jammed up there, but then
stuff like
after
that.
a
I
while,
don't like.
I mean, when you're in your teenager 20s and early 30s, it's easy to gig every weekend. Nowadays, people say gig, they're talking about something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they mean like
Yeah,
drinking. Yeah. But I used to be the main DJ at Romans for the last maybe 5 years before it shut down. Like constantly every Friday, Wednesday to Friday or Saturday, I was there.
Someone went there with cops
Friday.
there and shut it down.
Yeah, of course. It was a rugged bar, Adam. Just to let you know, it was really, really rugged. Like,
it was, dude. Tough crowd.
Very
yeah,
good.
very.
Right
It
next
was
to a
very
college.
tough.
I remember one time, Miguel, you were like, "How's everybody doing tonight?" And there was just standing there, and we're like,
Yes.
"Oh, tough crowd."
Yeah, yeah. They're like they're not used to that. They're used to just getting drunk and then just partying. That's it. They're not used to interaction.
Yeah. It was a tough bar, man. That was a tough spot to perform music at, but it felt like if you didn't perform there, then you didn't pay your dues.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that.
I was just glad I didn't get booed. I was like, they didn't boo us. They didn't boo.
Right? You got a little.
They didn't cheer, but they didn't boo.
You got a couple claps in there, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if there was 2 people that actually did a clap or one drunk person,
It's
that
probably
did
the
a
homies
woo,
or mom.
And you could always tell who your relatives were. Either the loudest one sitting there clapping. Oh, that's my cousin.
Do you have anything we can listen to?
Actually, I queued up something. I was gonna actually like do a little performance if it actually can hear it. It's not gonna be
Yes.
fed through the phone.
Yeah.
It'll be playing through the speaker, but it might kind of be loud. I don't know if it's gonna be raspy. 'Cause I
Yeah.
remember
Just do it anywhere.
Well-
it might pop off, dude, but still, the audio on Zoom really is horrible, so it might clip a bit, but just
Mhm.
let's hear it anyway.
Turn
you
your
know what I mean?
speaker
Yeah.
the other way.
But also too,
Oh,
ground
true.
control is going to be doing more efficient talent sourcing out, and
Building.
there'll be a way for you to really show ground control everything and have it clear.
Yeah.
So don't worry
Okay.
about it.
All
All
right,
right,
bro.
cool.
We're gonna mute so we can hear you, and we won't get no feedback from us, bro. So floor is yours.
Check 1, check 2. Can you hear me? Hello. All right. The song right here is called Just Lean. I did the song with my homegirl Angel, but it's just my solo part. So everybody out here, this is Migueljon of Unstopped Records, all the way straight from Oglala, South Dakota, coming at you live. Yeah. How y'all doing out there? What? Yeah. Yeah. Baby girl, little naughty, can I call you mommy? Want you up on me? Can you feel how we doing this? It's unstopped, making you feel jealous, fellas. Grab your highness and lean to the rock with it, girl. Let's do it all night. Everybody come along to the after party show. Find your baby's mama, holding my drama. You know I'm gonna wanna let me finish on ya. It's the hot remix, it's just lean with my home girl. Yet to be seen, Angel down with Unstop since day one. Party every show, always having fun. Shout out to Game Time on the original track. South Dakota homies, we got your back. We got your back now. Just what? Just move that body for me. Just lean and move that thing for me. To rock with it all night long. Don't stop. Just rock that body. Make some noise. Your boy right here, Migueljon on Stop Records. Thank you.
Nice. I like that.
God damn, dude,
like that.
that's the whole thing.
I was like leaning. He said, bro, I was like this. I was like
the reverb. The reverb cut in. I was like, oh.
Right? Did you hear that?
Straight up, bro. I was like leaning. I was like, Bro, I want to buy
awesome.
I want to buy a lowrider so bad right now.
You know, I went to one of my buddy's recording studios, and they were working with this artist, and it was the first time I really saw how professionals record their music, and the vocal track was being I guess layered by they would find the perfect track and they would match it with another one and another one, so they would put 10 of these perfect vocal tracks and just mesh them together. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how beautiful and amazing at how it sounded by them meshing those layers. And I was like, I never knew that this is how a lot of the professionals do their tracks, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a guy at Aria. He was in, one of those little lounge places. He kind of a younger kid, but he just had a drum machine and he had a guitar and a speaker, and he was doing every single instrument in like a 5-person band and just getting down. It was awesome. Like, I didn't know these things, you could do that.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Dude,
I've seen that done before.
There's so much you could do with Pro Tools. It's ridiculous, dude. Even like Kyle knows this. He's seen me take like 15 of his same exact. He was like, "Why do I have to record this again?" I said, "Just do it the exact same way." Ad libs and like the story always gets told. I'm like, "I'm gonna punch you in right here," and he was like, "All right." And I was like, "You missed your cue." And I was like, He was like,
"Punch ins." They're like, "What? What?" People who don't know, like, speak the lingo. They're like, "What?"
Dude, he was like, I don't know, like 18 at the time. And he's like, "Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what the hell you're talking about." So we had to go over to the computer. I was like, "Oh, check this out, dude. This is," and after that, man, every time after that, Kyle was like, "Yeah, just punch me in." So it's good, and it's good to see someone progress like that, you know what I mean? But there's so much you could do with Pro Tools. It's ridiculous. I prefer analog, of course, but again, standard is Pro Tools, but there's just so much you could do with it.
There's a lot you can do with it.
This is into vinyl too, Jet. Get that vinyl press somewhere in your house.
Somewhere, man.
Actually, I do have turntables downstairs in my basement. I have turntables downstairs.
Nice.
1s and 2s. Yeah.
Are you planning any gigs soon?
The only gigs I've been getting are just like personal what do you call it, parties. Like, they drink and then they're gonna pay, so it's a gig. It's gas in my car, and food on my table. So the next one I have is on the 22nd. It's a graduation, a family graduation, and not my family, but somebody's family around here.
Don't give up the location. Don't give up the location.
I know.
Well, how far do you live from Pine Ridge?
What do you say?
15 miles. Ogallala's 15 miles from Pine Ridge.
Yeah, we all know 15 miles.
Then plus you got to add another 5 miles from where I'm from. So about 25 miles from where I'm from. Where my house is.
Kilo, you know what we could do with this opportunity, because you have to always find something, is you know, let's try to plan in the next stage of ground control to you know, invite homeboy over here to come and do a nice little show at the ground control office, and
For sure.
invite, you know, the skater boys and
Yeah.
and locals to just come and hang out, dude.
It's gonna be an open door for everybody, and it's
and you know, just pay little money to him at what he's gonna do, and he just does what he does. You know what I mean? It's kind of extending and reaching out to the talent that we have. I think it'd be a good idea. I'd love to talk to Og about it.
What's the going rate for a gig nowadays? Is it still about 3, or is it kind of dwindled down into COVID?
It's, I say about 3, but I was doing 400. I tried 500, but they're like, no. So I went from 400, and then right now I'm doing the average 250, just 250, just a flat.
Yeah.
You know, if it's 4 hours, it's 4 hours. If it's 2, it's 2. You know what I mean? It's up to them. So they're, you know, they're gonna squeeze.
Then you get fed.
Yeah, then you get fed. That's what I don't like. I love food. Obviously, I'm a fluffy dude, but I don't like DJing when I'm eating, because I'm sitting there like, I don't want to DJ now.
I was a DJ up here rapping.
Oh, dude.
The Mexican weddings were the best.
Oh, you're telling me.
Dude, one time I got hired for a gig, sound. It was for the Oglala commemoration. I'm not dissing them anyway, but they hired me for the sound, you know, and I was like, all right, I got there with the sound, and they're like, oh, we also, the bands need drummers, so you're sitting in with every single band that's playing.
Oh,
and I was like, cool. And they were like, now about pay. And I was like, well, you know, whatever you can give me. And one of my buddies brought me this carton of Seneca cigarettes and was like, here you go, bro. So
no.
All right, that's good enough, man.
That's good enough.
You know,
it's inflation.
Hey, here you go.
You have to just accept it sometimes. You know what I mean? You're like, well, you get a plate of food, you got some, you know what I mean? It's like, sometimes bucks is okay, but sometimes what they could give works. You know what I mean? That's just the res. It's the res. You know.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. There was a gig I did out past Pine Ridge somewhere. They were partying, and I was like, well, how about this? Pay me a disc fee and then a jug, and they did it. I was like, that's when I was drinking bad. You know, I was like, all right, whatever. And sitting there doing my shot. Before you knew it, I had the crowd and their hands up, and little Unchi's dancing.
So what is your family? What does your family think about your whole music entrepreneurship? And
out of my whole family, there's only 2 of us. Besides my dad, he doesn't do music anymore. My parents are still around. I'm gonna be 43. They were born in 1945, so they're still kicking it up in Rapid City, which I love. I still have my parents. God bless. You know, gosh. They see that I'm the only one out of the 4 kids that they have, and the only male, to let you know, and the youngest. That I'm the only one that does music. Besides my nephew, he joined me afterwards, but I was the first one to do music. And the first person that was there with me when I did my first performance was at the band shell, Kilo or Justice. Was in Rapid City, the band shell at the Civic Center.
Yeah.
I rapped over an instrumental of Boys to Men, Hey Lover.
Oh, nice.
right. And my dad was the first one there, sitting in the lawn chair, just sitting there watching me. I performed, messed up like 3 times. I said, whatever, I performed, I did it, you know. And after that, I just progressed. And before you know it, I opened up. Remember that time, Justice, when MC Magic was here? And was that Kyle? Yeah, he went to Kyle. I was opening act for that. And then there was that one time when Caroline Rodriguez and Big Gemini and Pancho Villa were here in Pine Ridge. I was a DJ / opening, another opening act for that. So it paved ways for me.
I got kicked out of the Civic Center once because I cussed.
Hey Lover.
Really?
Hey Lover, I got that. I got it in my head.
Native Era kicked me out of the building.
Boys to Men, Hey Lover.
You gotta remember, boys. I was their DJ for like how many years? Like 4 or 5 years. I was never a member. They just wanted me for my skills.
I want to hear that Boys to Men track.
Yeah,
dude, I don't even have the lyrics. I don't even remember them
at all. Did you do the chorus like "Hey Lover, Hey Lover"? Or
The chorus was there. The chorus was,
More than a crush.
I just
Is
worked
that
around it.
More than a crush.
If anybody else is out there too, let's not get distracted for some other talents
Yeah,
out
well,
there.
who else-
Yeah.
If you're listening,
man,
I want to,
Come hang
I want
out.
to,
Thank you for
what
coming
would you tell people who are trying to, follow in the line of what you're doing with music? Like, how do you inspire them? What words would you use? Yeah.
I would say just keep on going. I mean, you're going to hit obstacles. You're going to have people who are going to try to stop you. That's the reason why my label's called Unstop. They try stopping me. I'm still going, even though I'm not famous. I'm not up there, but I can't
Making a
quit.
living, that's all that matters.
I just can't quit. It's just in me.
Do you have
Yeah.
like what do they have now for the digital? Where can we find your music at? Are you able to put it in the chat, or can you at least plug it right now for anybody who's watching? Like,
Say that again.
For anybody
we
who's
find
watching, go ahead and plug your music, like where you got your
Oh.
websites up, Spotify or SoundCloud, anything like that. Where could they find you at?
Usually, right now you can find me on YouTube under DJ Strict 2, on my Facebook, The Real Migueljon. I have a Twitter. Usually everything's just under Migueljon.
Okay.
Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok is Migueljon Castillo. I also have my podcast out there under DJ Strict, DJ_Strict, STRIC. What else? Like I said, Spotify. You can find my podcast on there, and then you can find my music on Reverb Nation, Migueljon. Is it ReverbNation.com? Yeah.
Oh, that's where I'm at. I couldn't figure out where my stuff was. It's been a minute. Reverb Nation.
Yeah, then you kind of got to Google yourself. There's one of my old songs.
Yeah.
Are you selling any beats to young artists that are having a hard time creating their own beats because they're only
Nowadays,
good at vocals?
really, it's kind of easy for people to just go to, as Keela would know, you just go online and you can just find anything. You can find an instrumental and then use that. They don't care about the repercussions, but
I have some friends who absolutely have no talent with creating beats, but their words and their style is really good, and they have a hard time, creating that beat that really starts off the song. You know what I mean? So
Okay, yeah.
not everybody can do it like it comes to you with ease. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy that you brought that up, because I went and since I use computer digital, I went and downloaded a bunch of loops, a bunch of drum kits. You guys would know, yeah, Kilo knows. Like 2 gigabytes worth of drum kits, that I haven't even used yet. So basically, what I'm getting at is, yeah, I can make custom beats, or I can make beats. I do have beats. I just never showcased them like I used to, because like I said, I fell off. Not the wagon.
One of the things that was hard
I fell
for
off the
us
face of the
growing
earth
up
of the
too,
music.
but one of the things too that was hard was being able to network and get beats from people, because everybody was really, I worked really hard on this and not giving it away. You know what I mean? But,
Mhm.
and nowadays it's nothing to make a beat, really.
Yeah, it isn't. It's just, I have software, apps on my phone that I can just bang out something real quick, and I could sell that to somebody if I wanted to. But no, I want to put effort into it. I want to, sit there, turn red-eyed, sitting there just looking at the screen for somebody.
I have a friend, or I should say my son, one of his friends that he grew up with, he makes beats for young artists across, North America. And he goes to, I think, Los Angeles about twice a year to work with certain artists. And, in the beat world, I don't know a lot of these artists, but my son does. So there is an avenue to reach out to, and I think you should explore on how you can, maybe Kilo, you could, collaborate with him on creating a beat for a song, or just to be aware that you actually can reach out to people, and you don't know who's gonna listen to what you got, because right now, dude, I like, from my personal opinion, is that our people, the Native people, the American Indian, First Nation, whatever you want to call it, I think we haven't found our sound yet and have introduced it to the world. We're piggybacking other artists and their style. And I think we have an avenue that should be created within what we provide as a culture, what we provide as something that resonates within the drumbeat of our heart, you know. But that's just my opinion. You know, there's a lot of great artists out there. I just feel like we still have a part in influencing the world with what we have, and we just have to tap in it. We have to work together to find it, you know, because man, that's our people is music, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'd like to figure out a way to work with you through Ground Control and try to get you out to some artists who are looking for those magical beats, you know?
All right. Okay. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd be different. A different
Yeah.
avenue of do the music industry, because instead of being on stage all the time, be the person in the background, right, Kilo?
Yeah, and that was the thing with me, and that's going back to what you said earlier, Adam, about not wanting to like half-ass it, and that's how I felt about MCing and recording and gigging. I just my love for it, I fell out of love with it, and I loved it so much as just a fan that I didn't want to half-ass it, that I didn't want to make commitments and use studio time and use people's beats, and if I wasn't going to go all in. But with that though, it kind of festered throughout life, because you can't be like that. You got to just either do it or you don't. But I found my love with just writing, like, because I started writing these songs. I started ghostwriting for these guys up here when I moved to Rapid.
Oh wow!
And so I started. They'd give me their stuff, and then like I'd rewrite it, and like, you should say this, or you should say it that way, and then I just kept writing. So now I just write fiction, or write poems, or write anything I can possibly think of, just for the sake of writing. It may not even be seen by somebody, but you just have to do it and find your love at it.
Yes, and that's what I was looking for, bro. That's what I was looking for back before this COVID happened. I was looking for a ghostwriter. And I asked, my people, people that you know and that I know around, from the 605, artists. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll do it. TikTok, nothing. It's like, you know what? Just got to do it yourself,
Yep.
Well, I want to propose something here, guys, and we'll try to make it happen. We'll this group here that we're working together, because I know all of you guys are influenced with music. I think you just created a nice little, group,
Happy accident.
And we'll just call it a group for now, because Mr. Og has to come in here and be a part of it, but we know some other people who would be part of it. But we could call it 605, and we'll come together when COVID is cleared. I still got to get my second shot, and I think we all can collaborate and come out with some cool sounds and songs, dude. I'm a fan of it. If that's what you guys want to do, man.
I like that. That's interesting.
Itch is still there.
Adam,
yeah.
Do you play an instrument? Adam, I'm sorry, I got I'm trying to get some more people to come in, but do you play?
Yeah.
You play?
Tell me what to play and I'll learn it, dude.
Okay. I was just checking. I couldn't remember. I thought I seen you pull out a guitar once or twice on the Zooms and stuff. So.
I play a little. I use the guitar as a template for my words and my mind and my emotions. I can't play like Slash, but I could come up with some good stuff. But I think we're collaborating on something here, and I think this is what Ground Control is about. And I'd like to see everybody who has felt that they have, passed the boat or time has kind of moved on for them. I'd like to see them really come back and, explore more of what they have as opposed to 20 years ago. You know what I mean? There's a lot that we have, and we just have to come together, I'm telling you, 605 is alive, yo.
And we want to thank you for hanging out till Miguel and
man,
showing us what you got, man. Get with us after the show too. We're gonna bring on some more talents and maybe on our next couple of shows. Yeah.
everybody out there real quick to give a plug real quick. NAMI's 2021. I have my song entered there called Fried Bread Jam featuring REIE from Arizona. And I have Slim Main from Oglala. So the song is called Fried Bread Jam. Voting will be up soon. We don't know when, this month, but it's on NAMI, so it's out there.
I'm putting
All right, fellas, appreciate it.
Five red.
Thank you, Justice. Kilo, nice meeting you, Adam.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Talk with you.
One
Thank
love,
you,
brother.
fellas.
Yep.
Thanks.
Right on, bro. Thanks, bro. Five red jam. He said.
This is awesome. This is really inspiring, dude. It's kind of like seeing people who have talent. You know what I mean? It's a matter of, working with them and, reminding them that's what they are. They're talented,
Mm-hmm.
My mind's just wandering a lot, which is good. Kilo, you still got it too, man.
Yeah, I got the itch, and it was interesting to try to write something, because what do I write about? Like, I sat there and I thought, like, well, I can't write about what I was writing about when I was 18, because that's not who I am anymore either. I've grown, and to keep it real, like, what?
Just
I know
talk about your red tomatoes in the garden, green.
No, it all comes back, like when you're sitting there and you're hearing a beat and you're grooving, like that talent, that thing that was always there comes back. And that's the love of music too. So if anybody's out there, come join us. OglalaStrong.com. We can't forget to plug that. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like, Ground Control to be Oglala Strong to be the hub,
For sure.
and you should be the hub, because when you look at the world and their romanticism of American Indian, the heart is right there in South Dakota, dude. It's right there at Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, so there should be a place that everybody should come to collaborate, and that's why I want to be a part of what you're doing and be here and remind people, like, we have a voice, let's use it. And, I admire the Lakota Nation for who they are and what they've provided in in the history of American Indians, that warrior spirit. And we all have it, and let's unlock it, dude. Let's unlock the kilo.
Absolutely. So we got the building coming. Once we get this building remodeled, in livable, I guess you'd say, the door's open. Come create, come share. Go to OglalaStrong.com, because K-Dog keeps texting me to go to OglalaStrong.com. OglalaStrong.com.
So Adam, man, you gonna play some Guns N' Roses for us real quick, man? I'll bust out my man. Come on.
I'm writing a song. I'm still writing a song that I wrote for Kyle and his family, because his father passed away.
Yep.
And the title of the song is "Murder of Crows."
Did you freeze?
Who froze?
Oh, Kilo froze.
You did. Start over. Right from you wrote a song for Kyle's family.
Yeah, I wrote a song for Kyle's family because of his father who passed away. And the song is called "Murder of Crows." So there's a lot that's going into the instrumental that I'm incorporating. So it's going to take some time, but it's kind of it's something that I want to finish and kind of put out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's
debut it.
Yeah.
I just want to jam with you sometime, man. That's all. I just want to jam with you is all. Like Kilo said, he's got the itch for the rap, and I got the itch for the musician. You know what I mean? That was always my stick growing up. It was music, and I never really did the digital stuff too much, and I was all about the live instruments, guitar, bass, and drums.
Yeah,
boys know.
Yeah, the way I play with my guitar is, I'll strum a C chord and try to find emotionally what what I'm kind of feeling and going through, you know. And it's like when I was thinking of Kyle and his family, it's like I hit a chord and it went, you know, murder of crows, you know, and it just went into its own little thing, you know. And that's kind of how I play music. And when I play with someone who knows how to really play guitar, you know, I ask them to just hit a chord, you know. I don't ask them to play anything. I just say, hit a chord and let's see if we could sync together with what I'm feeling and what you're feeling. You know what I mean?
It's important when it's live instruments. It's important to vibe together as musicians, because there's been times we're set in with musicians. One guy didn't vibe with the rest of the group. You know what I mean? And that would be, I don't know, it's not considered the weakest link. He just had a different playing style. You know what I mean? But it didn't vibe with the group, and we'd be like, well, it's not going to work out with what we're doing. We're all doing, you know, you have some
Like,
people doing something
if
else.
we're playing together and you had a guitar and I had a guitar and you're like, play me something, you know, I wouldn't play it. I'd just give you some lyrics. And I would say, well, you know, can you play something toward like this? And I'd be like, you could have gave me one more try. I know I'm not that kind of guy, but I could be better. I could be better, you know. But that's kind of where it goes. And then we kind of find our sync, and then we'll create a song out of our own voices. And, you know, it's kind of like, you know, me saying to you, you know, your best friend, how did your best friend become your best friend? You know, tell me a story about your best friend.
A fist fight, to be honest. Rest in peace, Teddy, but me and him fist fought.
Stop. And that's the start of the song.
Yes.
What you just said is the template of the start of the lyrics of the song. And it's beautiful because it's honest. You didn't have to think of it. You emotionally went there. And I wish we could recreate those words you just said, you know, a fist fight. I don't even know what you said, something but your friend. And
now we need to hear that song, Jet. I think you got a goal.
Dark song, bro, because
But that's the lyrics, you know, what you said is the chorus or the start of the song.
Think about what happened after. Like, you guys had to have, you know, laughed it off after.
Yeah.
You know, what got you to that point of laughing it off?
We shoved each other around for quite a while. He was at my house, you know, and I was like, who are you? And he was like, I'm Teddy Lou. Who are you? And we got in each other's face.
See, there's another chorus. I'm Teddy Lou.
Around,
who are you?
And I was like, well, this is my house. And then I was like, because he was acting kind of funky. And I was like, are you Fruity? And I was like, well, I'm going to go get an iced tea. And he's like, are you Fruity? And that's how the next day we were like hanging out. And every day since then, we hung out until the day before he passed on. We were hanging out. You know what I mean? So that's the best friend in the world right there, you know.
See, there's lyrics to be had in there that come from you, and they have a resonating emotion that nobody else could write about, you know. And that's what we have to find in the lyrics. And you know, one day we'll get to that surface, dude. You know, because you know, if you want, you can easily, you know, look at how Guns N' Roses or Metallica sounds, and you could mimic that, you know. But that's not what you want to do. You want to find your sound. You want to find your tone of the guitar. You want to find your flow, you know. And that's a journey in itself, you know. And your voice, you have to find, who am I? Like, am I up or low? You know, it's like, you know, finding that whole flow.
My part is I can't sing and play instruments at the same time, be it drums.
I'll make you a singer, dude.
I just got to hear you.
Ambidextrous.
I got to hear Adam sing Patience or something. You know what I mean?
My voice is a little raspy right now, but Patience is one of my favorite songs because I have a connection with that song with my mom.
Yeah.
You know, my mom died when she was 8 years old. And when I sing that song, it's about, you know, being patient with the world, with your emotions. Don't lash out, you know, kind of understand it a bit. And it's kind of like, your little child waiting for somebody to come home, but they're not coming home.
Yeah.
I sit here all alone, it's that's how I connect to that song. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
So
We
I'll
got
sing
about
it to
10
you one
minutes
time.
left too. If anybody's out there that wants to jump in for this last 10 minutes of the show, come hang out with Adam, show him your stuff, show us your stuff.
There's my stuff right there, Adam. There you
Oh
go.
my!
Yeah.
What's that? All right.
You keep cutting
Well,
out.
I gotta. Unfortunately, Kilo, I have.
You gotta
to
go. That's okay, Adam. Hey,
The
man.
house
Thanks
is
for coming
getting,
hanging out.
It was good, man.
Okay, dude. We'll talk.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Adam.
and
Thanks again, brother.
Yep. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming
One
in.
love.
Yes, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you soon.
All right, man. Anybody else
Yeah.
come in here and share talent with us? Big shout out to Adam, Miguel, and what was the other one? Tiana that come in tonight.
Tiana.
Shared
Yep.
their talent with us. So we appreciate them coming in tonight. I believe we are getting close to the end of the live stream. There's a certain amount of time where you could live stream from Zoom.
Yeah.
Facebook is why we have a time limit. So anybody else?
Lawstrong.com. Get registered. Tiana, and if you guys haven't done that yet, go do that. That's pretty. We got a pretty productive season finale here, don't you think?
Yeah, I did. So I guess we're gonna be taking a little break after this, maybe a week or so, and we'll see what happens. With the CDC has announced that fully vaccinated people can no longer have.
Oh, dude.
And we can go out.
I went to Fleet Farm. I was like all like this in Fleet Farm. No mask. Speaking of the king.
To be honest with you, dude, I was up there and I still wore my mask just because.
Yeah.
I still.
No, there's certain places.
Even though I was fully vaccinated, you know what I mean. We all got you, me and Kyle got our shots together.
No.
And,
for sure.
So we've been fully vaccinated since February. So, but I still wore my mask just for the sake of wearing my mask because who knows? Maybe I might have caught a cold or something working outside. You know what I mean? And so
pneumonia is still a thing. So yeah,
there's still.
We want to do live shows again. Damn it! So
Yes.
we can get back to doing live shows. Everybody get the shot. But oglalastrong.com can come to ground control. You hit us up, even though we're not doing shows. Hit us up if you got a talent. We want to see it. We want to help you out. Jut, thanks for coming and hanging out. For Adam, again, thank you. For Kyle, K-Dog, Mestif, one love. Jut, any closing words to the people? He's grabbing the pop real quick.
Yeah, I was grabbing coffee real quick. So.
Oh, coffee. I thought you said pop.
No, coffee.
Yeah, sold.
I was grabbing a cup of coffee real quick. That's why I stopped my thing. Closing words. We will be back. And we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break for, we all need a weekend to just kind of get our lives situated. But we will be back again with these either live shows or Zoom shows or something. But we're hoping for more live shows is what we're hoping for. We got to do some work on that building up there, so that's got to happen. We can get it done if we got the hands, you know what I mean? It's that simple.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the next focus is the building, getting us in there, doing our live shows, getting that movie going. Just going to be a star.
Yeah. Show Adam how it's done. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Now when you're on my set.
yeah, when you're on my res, homie. Just kidding.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is fun, man. Everybody, happy Sunday. Be safe. One love. Peace out, Jot. Peace out, Kyle.
Kyle, later. If you could hear us still, if you're not falling asleep or whatever you did. Just kidding you.
Right.
All right, man.
Texting me.
Great show.
Yeah.
All right. Later,
One
man.
love.
Later.